Okay, so today I'm going to show you a quick little overview of what we've been working on and how everything has been growing lately. And today is the 25th of April, and this is one of our tomato starts we've got going. And a lovely trellis my husband made, and some green onion, and just some primrose. We got some edible violets down there, some lettuce. Over here, these are pansies and some sorrel. It's not looking too great, but we're hoping it'll fill in a little bit as it gets warmer. This is on our patio. This is the south-west facing side. Another tomato plant here. And this one's supposed to be a big one. I'm really excited about that one. Over here we've got a couple other things. This is a lavender, French lavender. You can see inside I've got other things started but aren't ready for outside. Still dropping below freezing occasionally at night. So when we come over to the side of the house, this is the front corner of the house. Right now I've got this trellis that I'm eventually going to be putting some Malabar spinach on, but they're not quite ready to go out yet. And we've got some thyme in there. Thyme there, rosemary, a thyme that was a transplant that's hanging in there. It doesn't look real great right now, but there's a couple little green ones on there. These ones are mint, and we're hoping that'll kind of fill in. We've got these kind of like little micro swales right here, trying to see if that'll help it at all. And then onto the side of the house, we filled this in with flowers. So we've got daffodils and tulips, some calendula, daisies, and whatnot. And our calendula, we've had some massive rainstorms the last few days, and our calendula has just doubled in size. And it's starting to get some little buds on there, so we're going to get some flowers soon, hopefully. And then again, tulips and daisies, some irises that didn't really come out. We're hoping next year, but they have grown a little bit. And we did get some transplants from our neighbors, so we're hoping that those will fill in. Again, more daisies and daffodils, and rice succulents that I got as a transplant from a family member are doing awesome. They've completely doubled in size since I put them in, and that was in December. Same with that one there. And then these ones as well. These were transplants from our neighbor, and they're doing awesome. We've been getting a lot of rain. You know what the saying, April showers bring May showers in Washington. And this is a yucca plant. This will have big, tall, white bloom flowers on the top, but that doesn't bloom till later in the summer. And there's just some more succulents in there. And then we'll just spin over to the other side. This is our berry patch. So the first one we have is a Marionberry. These are still starts, so we don't know if we're going to get fruit this year or not, but we're excited to see what happens. And then 3 different varieties of strawberries. After that we have a tayberry and yellow raspberry that we got as a transplant from our lovely neighbor, and a huckleberry, and we're hoping to get a couple more huckleberry to put in this area as well, and then a red raspberry. And then along this side, this will all be filled in eventually. We just don't know exactly what we're putting there yet. This is a blueberry. It's already starting to get some little flowers and fruit coming in. And so we're really excited about that. And we're hoping to get another 1 or 2 blueberry plants to put in the same area. We do have some flowers, some gladiolas that are going to come up later in the year. They just haven't quite broken through yet. We've got our compost pile going, and don't have a whole lot of material in there just yet aside from our food scrap. So we're still trying to build that up. But eventually this will be our working compost area. Right now it's just kind of our brush pile and where we keep our yard waste. And been harvesting some dandelions over here. And we're still working on ripping out some of the ivy. And I'm trying to get some of this grass to fill in. It just was neglected for so long. And then over to the other side, down below our yard, we have a couple potatoes. So we've got some potatoes that are starting to grow, and we're really excited about that. We're trying the burlap potatoes for the first time. And we've got these 3 boxes with plants in them, and these are just homemade boxes that my husband and I made. By we, I mean him. I just gave comment and helped hold things. But we do have some things growing in there already, and they're doing really well. Temperature is staying. This one's pretty cool. It's only about 70 degrees in there right now, Fahrenheit, but it's doing pretty well. So we've got some Georgia Southern collards, we got some white Russian kale, we've got some carrots coming in, red and dragon carrots, and then just a standard orange carrot. We've got a salad mix in the back that's doing awesome, and the arugula was the first up, and then we have mizuna in there, and I think oak leaf and a couple other ones. Got a couple spinach coming up, still working on it. And this one's broccoli, some celery coming up that I had started from old cuttings, from old celery stalks. And then our onions are doing really well. We got those as seed, and then we've got some chard over here coming in. Other than that, that's the one box. In this box, and we just did this with PVC and some plastic, and got some clamps to hold it in place. And this one is all arugula in this square right here. We're kind of doing the square foot method in these boxes. We've got some more carrots on the end over here, and eventually when we take the plastic off, we'll be able to put a trellis up on the ends, and we're going to do some spinach or some more peas. And then over to this side, there's a couple different kinds of lettuces, and some cabbage I believe is coming up, and some kale. Still just getting going. This box tends to stay warmer than the other. This one's closer to 80 degrees, the others are around 70. But outside right now it's only about 60 degrees, so it's pretty good. At least it's a little bit warmer, enough to keep them alive and keep them growing. This is another box we have going, and might be able to see through there. Sorry about that, let me get to the side. Alright, so in there we've got some cabbage and broccoli and some more bigger things that get a little bit taller. And so those starts are coming up nicely. And eventually we'd like to do this whole area with garden boxes. We just moved in November, end of November. So this is all stuff we've done up until end of April. So over here, eventually we'd like to do some fruit trees right here along the fence line, maybe a couple grafted fruit trees with multiple varieties on it. Over here I've got some goldenrod I'm going to be putting right here, that'll get about as tall as the fence. And then this is lungwort. It's just getting some flowers coming on. They'll be about purple and pink, and that's good for respiratory things. So excited about that. Over here we've got another kind of green. This was a transplant from a neighbor. We don't know exactly what it is. She said it was arugula, but I'm not sure. It tastes really great. It's kind of sweet, kind of like a sorrel is. But I'm excited to see if it can regrow, because it was a giant, 1.5-foot root when we dug it up. These are grapes, seedless grapes that we'll be putting, we don't know exactly where yet, but along the fence line we've got roses there. And another rose here, and we're hoping to kind of train them up and along the fence line. Beautiful trellis my husband built with some branches from our cedar tree, and another rose there. One's yellow and one's white. I don't know the exact names. I've got another rose on that side as well. This we're still working on. It's got a lot of work to do. And all these were transplants from our neighbor as well. And so we've got some hostas in here, and snow on the mountain, and I can't remember the one with the purple flowers at the moment, and so a couple lily of the valley that aren't doing too hot, but I do have a few more. So eventually this will be filled in as well. And then onto this side, we've got some peas coming up, just starting to come up here, starting to grab onto the trellis. And then here's a blueberry, more peas, a blueberry, more peas, and a blueberry. So we've got 3 blueberry plants up here, and then peas between each. And they're just starting to come up out of the ground. I'm really excited to get these up on the trellis and see what it looks like when they're all full. And then some pinks, There are some dahlia bulbs under here and some lily of the valley. Eventually this whole area is probably going to be flowers. It doesn't get a ton of sun, and not sure really what we're going to put there just yet. Hanging, I've got bucket tomatoes. So I've got a tomato here, and then up top there's some marigolds growing. Oh, so this tomato is a grape tomato called Sweet Mojo. We've got some strawberries in here. These are the Quinault Everbearing strawberry. Kind of slow growing compared to some of the other ones that we have, like on this guy. The upper half, so from here down, is a Hecker strawberry, and then the top ones, this one back here, and then all the ones at the top, there's 12 total, are a different variety, and they tend to be a little bit longer. They want to travel, so we're probably going to bring them down to the side and poke some more holes and get them to seed. And hoping to have a giant strawberry ball plant right there. And then we have the same on the other side. We've got another strawberry. This is a different variety. This one is the TriStar. And then we've got another tomato here. And some more